You have got to be kidding me, bro. This is getting very, very ridiculous. I can't believe that Drake is saying that he's being suppressed. Out of all people in the world talking about suppression, he's going to say that he is suppressed when we're talking about the clips and the censorship that they're going through and the fact that they had to go through UMG and Drake just to put music out. I mean, come on, bro. This is ridiculous. Let's just talk about the time when UMG allegedly tried to block Pop Smoke's posthumous album over a Pusha T verse, which they believe was a Drake diss. Now, I don't know about Drake's definition of censorship, but this looks like censorship to me, bro. This looks like suppression to me, bro. I don't know what he defines as suppression, but this looks like the key point of suppression to me. I mean, let's just be real. He wants to say that he is suppressed. Bro, let's just keep it 100, bro. You're the suppressor, not the suppressee. You're the one that does the suppressing. People don't suppress you. The fact that he's trying to say that he's being suppressed when he's been out here messing with Pusha T and others alike, like Kendrick Lamar, with this lawsuit and everything, is super ridiculous. The fact that he is saying that he's suppressed, yeah, it doesn't really look like that, bro. It doesn't really look like that. Pusha T and Drake beef allegedly almost ruined Pop Smoke's album. Pop Smoke was going to have Pusha T on the album. UMG and all of them didn't want that because they thought that Pusha T was going to diss Drake. They didn't want that, so they ended up messing with this album. Similar to how they were doing it moving forward with this new shit, with this new album, right? Pusha T says dispute over Kendrick Lamar verse led to expensive Def Jam exit. And this was the reason why, because it says here that the rapper claims that the label, which is owned by Universal Music Group, was reluctant to release the song with two of Drake's biggest adversaries. It looks like Pusha T was facing suppression. This is the real face of suppression. When you're Champagne Poppy saying that you're being suppressed, you look so ridiculous. When there is Pusha T facing actual censorship and suppression from Drake himself, the fact that this guy would just blame suppression because he didn't get the #1 spot is super idiotic and it's super tone deaf, bro. It's like you don't even hear that people know that you were messing with Pusha T all these years. It's like you don't know that we are reading these blogs, bro, and we're reading that you tried to stop him. Your father company tried to stop him. You tried to stop the Pop Smoke album from coming out because of a Pusha T verse. Everything, bro. These labels are backing Drake up low key, and he wants to say that he's the one being suppressed. Bro, these labels, despite going against you in court, bro, they still have your back no matter what. And the fact moving forward that you think that you're being suppressed when we could take a look at the updated playlist and today's hits on Apple Music, and it says that you're right there. You're right there, right in front of our face. Drake asked, "What did I miss?" Hear his latest in spatial audio. Now look at this too. We'll go even further. We'll go to Spotify. We'll check out the hip hop page on Spotify. Rap Caviar, Drake is there. That doesn't look suppressed. If this is suppressed, I wonder what it's like being on the big stage. I wonder what it's like being recognized by everybody else. Because if this is suppression, bro, that is crazy. 16 million followers on Rap Caviar, and you're saying that you're being suppressed. You're the face of that shit. Not only that, let's just check this out. Rap Caviar, there he is, the face of that shit as well. New music from Drake, Travis Scott, and the Clips, bro. I mean, like, what are we even talking about, bro? Do you really think that anybody will believe you when you're saying that you're being suppressed? Real artists, real artistry, like Pusha T is being suppressed. Even going to the pop genre of things, even going to the hot hits on USA on the pop section. Yeah, Drake is there. Yeah, Drake is there in the hip hop section and the pop section. So where is the suppression? Where is the? I mean, maybe he just doesn't like that he's next to Teen Beats. I don't know, but yeah, bro, I don't see the suppression. You see him everywhere. You see him everywhere. It's ridiculous how he tries to say that he is suppressed when he knows that the labels have been trying to suppress his enemies for years. For years. This was the Pop Smoke situation with Pusha T, and it barely got rediscovered this year. But let's not forget when Pusha T had to leave Def Jam because they didn't want him to release an album with Kendrick Lamar featured on there with a featured verse. Why? Because they didn't want to hurt Drake's feelings. They didn't want the boy to get fucked up. They didn't want the boy to get hurt. That sounds like suppression to me, man. But the only suppression that people are facing out here is the clip. And you want to act like you're the one that's being the suppressed when you are the suppressor yourself. Suppressor on the one spot. I'm taking that soon. Don't worry. One song or another, rule changes and all. I hope you never get a #1 spot. You don't deserve that shit, bro. After suing after a rap battle, it's obvious why you're not the number one spot. It's obvious why you're number two. And I hope you go to number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I hope you get wiped off the 100 billboard for all the ugly attitude that you had shared in the past year, for all the ridiculous things that you make up, for all the things that you do, all the ridiculous things that you do, file a lawsuit, sue after a rap battle, trying to claim that you have no real friends when all your songs are about being solo and not having friends at all. Like, bro, talk about it, bro. You go online right now, bro, Drake is not being suppressed. That's just my whole point. He is not being suppressed. This is something that he's used to saying constantly. He likes to act this way when he doesn't get the number one spot. We've already seen situations like this. Going back when he dropped Triple S for You with Party Next Door, it was said here, Drake liked the post allegedly saying that Triple S for You is being suppressed on Spotify while Kendrick Lamar GNX shows up normally. This was somebody posting and academics resharing, obviously. I search for Kendrick on Spotify and GNX pops up. Then I go ahead and search for Drake and Party Next Door and Triple S for You. Doesn't pop up. Spotify on some BS. Champagne Poppy likes this fucking post because he wants to continue to let the people think that he is being suppressed. So that way, when he doesn't hit the number one spot, he could blame it on other people instead of blaming it on himself for not putting out a number one hit. It's his fault that he didn't put out a number one hit. It's because the song missed. What did I miss? I guess the number one spot. What did I miss? I guess being number one. What did I miss? That you're not being suppressed. You're not being suppressed, bro. I don't know if you missed it, but you're not being suppressed, bro. You suppress others. Your label suppresses others. You're not the person that is suppressed or being held down or being blackballed. None of that shit. That's what you miss, bro. Let's just be real here. And even going as far as hearing academics talk about this shit, about suppression, even academics, his number one fan, right? Hip hop, media, whatever. He even said that he doesn't believe that Drake is being suppressed by UMG.
Now let's get to the UMG and the whole suppression conversation with Drake, okay? And we should really have this conversation and be open about it. And again, I'm not here speaking to try to appease Drake fans or a narrative, or I'm not Drake's mouthpiece. This is what I personally do believe. Do I believe that UMG suppressed Drake? I actually don't. I don't think UMG that's a company. That's a company that has shareholders that wants to increase revenue. They're not here saying, let's suppress this guy. Now, do they know they're in litigation with this guy? Yes. Now,
you see what I'm saying, bro? Even academics, the person that's in full support of Drake and every single thing that he does, despite not getting flown out in a private jet, despite not being invited to the London show, despite not being flown out, he's always in support of Drake. And the problem is, bro, is that he is telling you straight up, I don't think that Drake is being suppressed. Now that Drake has dropped Iceman, What Did I Miss, whatever the fuck, and it didn't go number one, he's doing the same thing that he did last time. He's trying to act like things are suppressing him. He's trying to act like UMG is suppressing him because they're going at each other. But let's remember who UMG favors. Let's remember that Pop Smoke's album was going to get shelved because of a Pusha T verse. Let's remember the main reason why Pusha T had left Def Jam was because of a Kendrick Lamar verse, because of the battle against Drake. Anybody being suppressed here, it's going to be the Clips, bro. It's going to be other artists that you're beefing with, not you. You're the person that suppresses others. That's what you missed. Well, y'all tell me how you feel about this, bro. This is very ridiculous. I can't believe that he's still running with this narrative. It's the same narrative that he ran with Triple S for You. Now, anytime that Drake doesn't land the number one spot, he's just going to act like he's being suppressed. I wouldn't doubt that when Iceman comes out and it flops, or it doesn't go number one, or it gets off number one very instantly, Drake is going to say that he's being suppressed. This is his excuse moving forward. This is the excuse that he has lined up for himself moving forward. He wants to act like he's the one being suppressed, but really it's the other people that he's beefing with that have been suppressed, that have been silenced, that have been going through censorship. He's the suppressor, not nobody else. But y'all tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.